half. The second half, you got stops and turnovers the first half. They got more buckets and didn't turn the ball over as much second. Difference defensively for you guys, what was the difference there total?
Yeah, the biggest thing was we just lost a lot of our discipline, keeping the ball in front of us, and they were playing downhill the whole second half, and then we were in rotations, which you could not get in against that team because now it's layups and kick-out threes. And the first half we didn't do that. We did a really good job of fighting the ball, but making sure we kept it in front of us. Second half we didn't do that.
Questions for Coach?
Darren, their face guarding of Javon and really taking him, he only had 4 shots. So did you think he did what he needed to do with 9 assists? Would you like to have got him more shots? What would you think of how they defended Javon?
Yeah, we'd always love to get Javon more shots. I mean, we tried a lot of different stuff to try to free him up. We weren't able to get him free, but again, if he's able to get 9 assists, that says he's doing a good job of making the plays that are available because of how they're guarding him. So, that's just part of it, and he's done a good job the last 2 games of 8 assists, 9 assists. We shot 57% in the second half. I thought offensively we made all the right plays from that perspective of taking care of it and stuff. The second half was just, it really comes down to just our defense again. We come out of halftime and we're scoring, getting it that lead up to 4 and 6, and we just kept exchanging baskets, and we weren't able to get that thing pushed up to double digits. And then when it gets to late, there's now you put yourself in a spot where they make a late 3 on the clock or whatever it may be, and now you're in a tie game.
The final immediate timeout, you came out with the small lineup. Was that for defense?
Yeah, so they'd put a pick and pop 5 in. They had hurt us 2 or 3 possessions in a row with it. So and the kid had just hit a 3 after. I think they had just called a foul on us on Bond, but so we took the timeout after that and decided to go small and just switch it because they were trying to play to the pick and pop.
And then the final possession for them, how does the lane get that wide open?
Yeah, we were their final possession. We were switching everything, and we messed up the switch, and so 2 guys went with the ball, and he rolled, and there was nobody there.
You had it going, got it down, get the lead up to 6 points, and they call the timeout, and then from that point on, I think you get outscored 17-7. Does just a timeout change the way the flow of the game goes, or did they do something that changed it?
I don't know that they did a lot there. That might have been when they put their pick and pop 5 in at that point. And actually, I think it was. I think that was their sub at that time. I know we had a really costly turnover, and we were up 6, had the ball, and threw it away in the backcourt, and they got a bucket or an and one right there, and I thought that was a big turning point in the game. Just we were up 6, have the ball, keep kind of just keeping it there, but we gave it back just like that. I think it was 2 possessions and it was tie game.
Final offensive possession when you're down 1. I imagine you're living with that shot from Yesifu in the corner on the driving kick.
Yeah, I mean, wide open 3. Just didn't go in, but we knew it was going to be hard to get Vaughn free. And again, he did a good job of. I think he delivered it. I'm not positive, but we had Joe and JP in the 2 corners and told them, if they help, be ready to knock it down. He was ready. He just missed it.
Coach, historically, I don't know. I mean, there just haven't been a lot of 6'9" point guards. Was Dimon a challenge matchup-wise? And obviously, he got very aggressive there in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good player. He's on a lot of draft boards. So I thought we did a good job with him in the first half. I thought the second half we just got too aggressive, and now he was playing downhill a lot, so we weren't able to keep him out of the paint. And once he gets in the paint, he's so tall and long. He can finish. He can drop it off. He can kick out for threes, and that's really the biggest difference between our first half and second half defense. Was they were just in the paint a lot more with two guys on the ball.
I asked Coach Young this, but can you add perspective just how thin the margin is in a game like this?
Yeah, I mean the margins are always thin, and like we've talked about all year, for us it's really thin, and that's why we have to have our defense carry us. And there's for a game where our offense was rolling the way it was, that's a game we should have put away, and we didn't do that because our defense wasn't what we needed it to be.
Anything else?
Darren, I understand what you're saying, being aggressive. That sounds like a great trait for a defense, but it can be counterproductive too. Can you take me through what you saw and what you mean by that?
Yeah, so we want elite ball pressure. We got to really challenge ball handlers, and like I tell every guy, it's you have to challenge them to your capabilities of keeping them in front. And for every guy, it's different. If it was me, I'm backing up. Other guys they have the ability to get into the ball a lot more, but you still have to be able to have enough discipline to pressure the ball and not gamble so much that now they're by you, and now we're playing 5-on-4, or they're playing 5-on-4 because we're at 35 feet pressuring the ball. They go by us, and now they have numbers. So again, it just is like we want our guys tough. We want them into the ball. We want them physical, but you have to have some discipline with it too.
Kind of get an idea for the strategy here. Like with Javon in that second half, there were a couple of times you guys, you tried to back cut him and things like that and bring him around the screen. Was there also times where you just basically used him as a decoy? Was that part of it too?
I mean, there was a few possessions where it may have looked like that, but he wasn't able to get the catch, so he just went off to the ball. He was tired. That was part of it too. But and then we just had Joe or whoever, initiate the offense to try to get it started.
Voskovic is not really like an unknown guy for them, but you kind of mentioned the wrinkle that he adds to them, and Stewart adds some baskets, and that's not really what he does. Can that be deflating for a defense? Because some of those are late in the shot clock too, where I'm sure they're on the scouting report, but those aren't necessarily the guys you worry about so much when you go to play them.
Yeah, I thought there was several big plays, down the stretch there that we had guarded great for a lot of the possession. And give up a late three, or we give up an offensive rebound, where we guarded really well. And then they had, as you said, multiple guys in different situations, step in and make a big play for him. So, he made two of the bigger ones. He had, pick and pop three, and then that, I would say, the late one there where we messed up the switch and he gets the and one.